Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it is Dimma here. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. As usual, I told you guys to ask me questions and you guys asked, so I'm going to be answering them. Like I say at the beginning of all these videos, like I have about four Q&A videos now, if not more, on this channel, and a lot of the questions I tend to get, they are repeat questions. So if you feel like you asked me something that I did not answer in this video, know that the probability that I already answered it in a previous video is very high. So please check my previous Q&As. I'm going to have them linked in the description box. Guys, I'm now an avid tea drinker. Like, I'm a pro when it comes to drinking green tea. This is pure green tea. It's not flavored. Shocker. For a very long time, I couldn't even stand the taste, but now I don't mind it at all. I think that this is what happens when you actually take it over and over again. You just get used to the taste. And this is very good if you're trying to lose weight as well. It helps. Personally, I'm not going to say, because I know that there's been some research, people saying it does not. One thing I know that it's done for me is that it helps curb my appetite. So when I eat a small meal and I follow it up with green tea, I don't get hungry. So yes. Okay, so the first question I have here is from my auntie. Auntie Kelechi, how are you? Okay, so she's basically asking, what makes you happy and where do you see yourself in the future? Speak it into existence. Oh my God, my aunties love me from here to the kingdom come. I love them as well. What makes me happy? I know she knows what makes me happy, but some of you probably don't. It's just like spending time with my loved ones, reading a good book, taking out the time to relax. I love traveling. Traveling makes me happy as well. Just spending time with the people that I love, it's something that makes me very happy. And then I also find happiness in my work. I feel like sometimes women are not supposed to say this, but my work also makes me happy. So there is that. And then the second part of her question is, where do you see yourself in the future? Speak it into existence. I see myself a business owner. I'm working actively towards that. I see myself married, because if I don't say this one here, they're gonna come for me when they watch this video. I see myself married to a good man, okay? I think that that's important. And yeah, I see myself starting a family with this said person as well. Okay, so the next one is from Cage Beauty. She's asking, what drives you? Your constant improvement is impeccable. Guys, I think that for me, it's just like my dreams. I've had dreams for so long and I'm working really hard to just make most of them a reality. And it's also knowing that I think I'm also at this point now where I'm kind of an adult, where I have even family members, sometimes siblings, calling me with their problems, and I have to help out in certain situations. So I think that one thing that has been something driving me, I've always had things that have driven me, but one thing I think that has been driving me between last year and this year is that I want to be at a place where being able to help others is something that I'm always able to do. It's something that I'm capable of doing. So outside of like, okay, I don't think that I'm even at a point where I'm just working to make money for myself now and to be able to buy nice things or some of the things that I like. I'm also at a point now where, you know, family, friends, whoever calls me, you know, asks me to help out, you know, in any way, even financially, I want to be at a place where it is not something I'm scrambling around to do. It's not something I'm thinking about too much. It's just something that I'm able to. And by the grace of God, I will get to just the level of that I want. So this is from Chi Wendo, and she's asking, please, when can I see my Dimma again? I miss her. This person is in London. Corona, grant her request, okay? I need to go to London and go and see my friends. So this next one is from Abimbola Craig, and she's asking, what did the cock say to the head? For the life of me, I do not know. I know that this is, I don't know, what did the cock, somebody answer this question, please. A lot of people are asking me when they will see me here. Corona is outside. Usually people in Lagos are asking me when will I see you. Please, dears, call me on FaceTime. Okay, so this next one here is from Teresa, and she's asking, what has 2020 taught you? 2020 has taught me that airport is important. Okay, that's what 2020 has taught me. I think that there's nothing that I'd say that I've learned this year that I haven't maybe just gradually been conscious of the past 3 years, okay? But 2020 has taught me that the airport is important and it needs to be open. Which YouTubers do I watch? Fam, this is Teresa asking again. I watch so many YouTubers, and I love watching, like, discovering especially YouTubers from other African countries. I feel like watching them, I feel like I can understand their culture. I feel like I am in their country. And I think that just watching African creators, especially because I've had access to non-African creators for a very long time. So I could do a video if you guys want of me sharing some of my just like popular favorite go-to African YouTubers. I'll do that. So this is from Linda_Ofit, and she's asking, what are a couple of plans COVID spoiled for you this year? I had a lot of travel plans, like a lot of travel plans lined up, you know, and that didn't happen. And I had a business idea. Like, I was supposed to go to Italy in March, and part of it was also to start working on a business idea that I had. I couldn't do that. So this is just one of those things. A couple of people that I was supposed to see that I have not been able to see because I've not been able to travel. Yeah. So this one is from Nessa_XX, and is, please, what advice for someone planning on starting a YouTube channel? I'll just say start. I think I get a version of this question every time I do a Q&A, but I'd say start. Don't spend too much time thinking about it that you actually don't start. Just start and be consistent with it, and just stay on your toes and keep evolving with the platform. Don't just settle or get to points where you feel like nobody's watching you because it's you. I think that that's hardly ever the case for any YouTuber that I know. You just have to start. Try to put out quality content and be consistent with it, okay? I have a lot of questions here, like a lot of questions here, guys. I will not be able to answer all of this in one video. I'm not even going to lie. So I'm going to split this across different videos, or split it into different videos. I'll do something. I'll just split it. It will all not be in one video, okay? So this is from core_me_v, and she's asking, would you recommend a non-Nigerian woman to move to Lagos, and why? I would say that if it's something that is on your mind to do, do it, but then I'll never recommend that anyone move to Lagos without visiting Lagos first. Even for Nigerians who live in Lagos or who have moved from other parts of Nigeria to Lagos, a lot of us still find Lagos to be too much. Sometimes we know why we are here. There are opportunities, and they're kind of like, especially for me, I'm in Lagos predominantly, primarily for work. Like, it's the only place I can imagine living in, doing the type of work that I'm doing. So even for people who didn't grow up here, who have moved here, Lagos is too much. For someone who has not lived here before, and let's say that maybe you're trying to move here from Europe or the West, and you're used to a certain type of system, I'd say come here, visit, stay for a while before committing. I think that that's very important. But would I recommend it? I think that Lagos is amazing, irrespective of all the madness that we tend to complain about sometimes. I think that if it's a place you would like to come and experience, come. So this one is from Yelisa25, and this is, how do you get into the MUA world, and how did that progress into being a YouTuber? I've told this story so many times. I've answered this question so many times. I started out as a blogger, thatigbochick.blogspot.com to thatigbochick.com. From that to YouTube, because I was putting up pictures of my looks and writing out the list of products that I use, and people just started asking in the comments that I should actually do a video showing the process, and I did. And yeah, I've kind of stuck with YouTube. I'm still doing the blog, but not as much as I do YouTube these days. So the next one is from Adora Obelago, and she's asking, how do you plan your day? I tend to plan my day the day before. So if there are things that I want to do, I just make them notes. And one thing that has been helping me a lot is to-do lists. And I mean like actual paper and pen to-do lists. So I buy them. I actually really enjoy like writing down everything and then just checking them off or crossing them off as the day goes by. There's this sense of just accomplishment that comes with it. So I just kind of write out every single thing that I think I'd like to do the night before. Even if it's a video that I want to film and it's a video that will involve a lot of talking, I try to note down points that I would like to make in that video the day before. So that's typically what I do these days. Next one is from _I am_promi. I love you, Dimma. Oh, I love you too. Hope you see this, but how do you stay positive through bad situations? Guys, the last couple of weeks haven't been really easy for me, but I think I've talked about this, and it all ties to mental health, and I've done a video dedicated to mental health, just talking about it. And I've also been very open about like some of my struggles and some of the things that I go through here on this channel, and it's just basically the same thing that I'd say all the time. I unplug, I take a break. Burnout is a real thing, so I take a break and I make it my business to connect with my loved ones, talk to them a lot more often, have people around me who remind me that I'm doing okay, and just like maybe watch a movie, read a book. Like I try as much as possible not to think of the problem that I am dealing with, but not to the point that I don't acknowledge that it's there. Just to the point where it doesn't like disable me and make me unable to do other things, if this makes sense. And if you're a Christian, pray. I am a Christian and I pray, and I remind myself of God's promises. And I always because I've lived life and I've been through so much at this point in my life to know that nothing is permanent. Sometimes we're in the middle of it and it feels like we're sitting in the middle of a tornado, like in the eye of a storm, and you're like, I don't know when this will end. Trust me, it will end. It always does. And even if it's something that takes its time, there are always breaks in between. There are always parts of it that aren't as intense as the others. Latch onto those. Latch onto them. So this one is from Ada Mazi, and it is, what piece of advice or book would you recommend for someone who wants to be successful? The thing kind of cut off, but I think she was trying to say successful. I just say be consistent. One thing I've seen that has worked for me, that I'm even trying to just maybe amp up a lot more, is consistency. I don't know anybody, like, that's also the reason why I've seen some people kind of badmouth people who they feel like are not very talented but are big here on YouTube. They are living examples of the fact that you can have the talent, but if you're not really doing much with it, you're on your own. So I just say, try as much as possible to refine whatever it is you know how to do, learn, right? And be consistent with it. Just try. Okay, so a lot of you here are asking me how I am, and around the time that I'm filming this video, I haven't started posting consistently again. I'm good, I'm well, I thank God. I took a break because I needed it, but then I'm where I need to be again mentally right now, so that's a good thing. So the next one is, what's your relationship with God? My relationship with God is a work in progress. I feel like it's amazing sometimes, and sometimes I really kind of struggle with it. But one thing is that it's a constant, and God is someone that I'm actively trying to just perfect or better my relationship with. So it's not like when it's not good that I just like ignore him or disregard him, or I'm not communicating with him at all. That's not the case. It's just that sometimes, you know, it's amazing, sometimes it's not. But then, am I someone who is actively trying to make our relationship with God better all the time? You know, yes. And do I know that God loves me? Yes, I know that God loves me. So, yeah, and I think that every time that I can afford to just encourage people to seek God out, I do that. Because I know that if there's one being that can come through for you when every other thing will fail you in this life, it's God. So this one is from Blessing Carlo _. Have you ever thought of coming to Spain? I was supposed to go to Spain in 2017, my love, but they denied me visa. Spanish people did not want me to come to Spain. Let me tell you guys something. Schengen visa was one of the most difficult visas for me to get. I actually didn't even know that Nigerians don't like talking about them being denied visas till I actually started talking about being denied visas. People would like to act as if it's like a one thing you go. The only country that has never denied me a visa before, outside of maybe some African countries, is the UK. The first time I ever applied for a UK visa, I was given a UK visa, and I've never been denied a UK visa. With America, I was denied an American visa twice before they gave me at a point, and then they started giving me consistently after that. I understand why Schengen is a bit difficult to get, because Schengen gives you access to so many countries at once. So I get why maybe they would not give everyone, or they'll be a lot stricter. But then I was supposed to go to Spain in 2017 with YouTube, and it was supposed to be like for 3 days. It was for Creators Summit, and then the Spanish embassy denied that visa. And one thing I remember that really pissed me off about that particular application was that they held onto my passport up until like maybe a day or two before the trip. They purposely did it in such a way that I couldn't reapply again before the trip actually happened. So that just pissed me off. But then I do have a Schengen now. The first time I applied again last year through the Italian embassy for a business, it was a business visa because I applied with a brand, and they gave me for like 3 weeks. So when I went and I came back, I don't know why, I'm just giving you guys all this breakdown. I don't know why I'm saying all this, but I'm sure that some of you want to hear this. And then after that, I applied again through the German embassy, because I've had a couple of people actually ask me about like visa application and all of that. So the second time that I applied as a tourist. So me and Unoma and a couple of other family members, and we applied through the German embassy, and they gave us 3 years each. So I have a 3-year like Schengen now. So if you're looking for somebody to go to Europe with you, come and sponsor me. The next one is from Blessing _. So Blessing Carlo _ still. How tall are you? By the way, Imarama, as always, thank you so much. I'm 5'10". I'm quite tall. A lot of people don't expect this. When people see me in person, they're like, oh, you're tall. Thank you. The next one is, you rarely use Snapchat. Can I ask why? Guys, I used to be an avid Snapchat user and I really, really enjoyed it. I think around 2017, for most of it, I was using Snapchat heavily. But then Snapchat didn't evolve as quickly as it needed to, I would say. For people, like it was a lot more difficult growing. We didn't have an explore page like we do now that kind of boosts certain individuals. It wasn't like that. And outside of that, again, was the fact that Snapchat didn't really give you detailed analytics. And even brands low-key moved to Insta stories as well, because Insta stories gave you insights and analytics that Snapchat did not up until a time. And I feel like by the time they kind of woke up and decided to start doing those things, like people had just kind of moved on, and you know, I moved on. So this one is from DYIV and it is, how do you keep your weight in check? Guys, I've struggled with my weight between last year and this year, and I kind of woke up in June. I was like, I've had enough. You know, I was weighing 81 kg in June. I know I don't look it, but the reason why I don't look my weight is because of my height. Because I know that when sometimes when I talk about my weight and my size, some of you get shocked when I said, or were shocked when I said I was wearing a size 12 or like a size 14 sometimes top. And it's because I'm tall and I don't look it. And a lot of my weight also is like, you know, bone, I don't know how, but you know, taller people tend to weigh more on an average. So I was around 81 kg in June, and I'm not saying that size 12 is fat or anything, but I wanted to be able to wear certain type of clothes, and I'm working actively towards it. I've lost about 7 kg now. I weighed myself this morning and I was 74 kg, which is good. So right now what I'm doing is I'm probably going to do a video about this by the time I get to my goal weight. But one thing I like about this current weight loss thing I'm doing right now, or just weight loss, I'll say weight loss because I'm not really at a keeping weight in check point yet. I'm pairing it with intermittent fasting, and one thing I love is that I'm eating everything that I normally eat. One thing I'm doing very, very well now is portion control. Like I am really, really counting my calories and just like managing my portions, or eating portions that are not too much, as opposed to like eating things that don't taste that great but in big quantities, if that makes sense. So this one is from Nna_chi, and she's asking, can you help us with your pixie cut tutorials? When are you back with cuts? I'm going to be cutting my hair soon. This whole like situation I have here is somewhat temporary, but I'm enjoying it because I haven't had my hair this length in a very long time. But I do already have a video showing how I style my pixie cut. If you guys want an updated video, or I will still do one regardless, when I cut my hair again before the end of the year, I'll do an updated how I style my hair video, but I'm going to link the old one in the description box. This is from Abasa20, and she's asking, hi Dimma, have you ever taken a course in filming and editing? Missing you on YouTube. I miss you guys so much too, but don't worry, by the time this goes up, you guys have already started seeing me consistently. I learned everything I know about editing on YouTube. Like YouTube is literally a school. So for every new software that I get there, or you have, like most of the popular softwares, there are videos like 1-hour courses, free courses, or tutorials on YouTube that you can watch. So that's what I watch. And even recently I watched one on shortcuts. Like I just keep trying to watch and learn how to kind of reduce my editing time, which is about 7-6 hours right now. So if I can learn new tricks to kind of cut it down, I constantly go seek out videos and I watch. The next one is from Ene_Jo, and she's asking, how do you select products that work best for your skin? One thing I'd highly recommend is that you start getting very, very familiar with certain ingredients. There are ingredients that I know that at this point, whenever I see them in a product, I know what type of skin type or what they essentially do. So vitamin C, for example, you know it's for brightening. Benzoyl peroxide, you know it's for acne. Salicylic acid, you know it's also for acne prone skin. Hyaluronic acid, anti-aging, hydration. You know, even some essential oils, you kind of know some of them like work as disinfectants. Like tea tree oil, for example, kind of works as a disinfectant. You know, there are things that you kind of, if you're aware of them, it helps you make better choices. And I feel like when you begin to understand and try to figure out or learn ingredients properly, the more you try to actually learn them, the better you are at just figuring out what your skin doesn't like, you know. So let's say when you add something new, you already like kind of know how your skin will respond to other things on a normal day. You would know, oh, this is a new thing that is kind of causing issues for me. So just get familiar with ingredients. I think it helps a lot. This is from Aisha_Ahmed, and she's asking, if you marry, how many kids will you have? I've said this before, I want 2 kids. A boy and a girl. This person is asking, can I have your phone number? No. This is from Kato NGM, I think. She's asking, how can you start earning money on YouTube for a new YouTuber? I've done videos on this. There's a video I've talked about how I made my first million. Go and watch that video if you're a new YouTuber. It will help you a lot. Okay, so this is from Tesh Wanzi, and she's asking, which country in Africa have you not been to that you would love to travel to post-COVID? South Africa. I was supposed to go to South Africa when was I supposed to go to South Africa? I was supposed to go to South Africa early this year. I think first quarter. That did not happen. So this is from Phoebe_Dradosi, and she's asking, any plans for after quarantine concerning your career? I have so many things that I want to do. I kind of explained some of the plans that COVID has already spoiled for me. So just working on those things by next year. So this is from Sibusisi Wemgiche. I don't know if I pronounced that well. I am so sorry. But she's asking, okay, so are you willing to share more of your personal life when married if hubby consents? Yeah, like personal things, the kind of things that I'm already sharing with you guys. Yeah, I don't expect marriage to kind of change the type of content that I'm giving you guys. However, maybe with things that concern him, if my husband is someone that is shy and wouldn't love, is maybe shy, talking to the camera, doesn't want to show his face as much. I know a lot of YouTubers who have those type of husbands, and that's what it will be probably, But I'll drag him for videos that maybe, or beg him, I don't know, for certain types of videos. So this is from Sibusisi still. Why do you love cake so much? I don't know. I just love cake. Cake is the best thing. Actually, oh my God, when it's moist and there's chocolate and there's caramel and there's cream cheese, what is better than that? Tell me. This one is from Hilda Rela. Will you ever move out of Nigeria again? See, the way this country is going, I really cannot say. I'm at a place where I think I'm okay with it. Like, I'm working and it's just working out for me now. I can't, if it ever gets to a point where I'm not able to do certain things, then I will move out. No joke. So this is from Constance Spark. Why are you fine like this? Wash me, dear. Wash me. Wash me. Thank you so much. So this is from _Sheun Ara _ will you ever grow your hair longer and will it stay relaxed and natural? I don't think that I'm ever going to go back to long hair again. My hair will always be short. I don't even want it touching my shoulders ever again. It was just freedom this past few years that I've been cutting it. But then I think that I might go through phases of leaving it a certain length so that I can enjoy certain hairstyles. But I don't think I'll ever grow my hair long again. I'm not doing anything with long hair. Who did long hair help? Okay, so this person is asking, are you currently in a serious relationship? I want to hook you up with one of my rich uncles. How old is your uncle? In short, how old are you? Your age will help me gauge the age of your uncle. So how old? Let me know. So this next question is from Sandy. How are you so fluent with your English? You do not lack words to express any situation. Thank you. This is actually a very nice thing to say to me. But guys, the reason why I feel like maybe English comes kind of easy to me is because I read I read books, and I've been reading for a very long time. I've been reading avidly since I was maybe 12, 13. So the thing about reading is, and I'm not even someone who reads to give myself assignments. I read for pleasure. Unwinding and relaxing is me reading a good book and just getting carried away by the story. But then it doesn't matter why you read. Even if you're reading for pleasure and you're reading to study, one good thing that you get with reading, and especially reading stories, sometimes, be it fiction, whatever, is that you come in contact with new words every day, and words help you express yourself. And that's what I think it's been for me. So the reason why I certain words will come to me maybe quicker is because I've seen them, and I've seen them used in writing in a sentence. So I would know how to kind of, lift them and use them in my own sentence, So I'd say if you're really trying to improve your English, I feel like this goes for any language. If you're trying to improve or get better when it comes to any language, read as much as you can in that language. I've talked so many times about how I started YouTube. I've also talked about how I make money on YouTube. A lot of you are asking me, how did I start? I'm going to leave the relevant videos that would help you in the description box. This is from Shile A. Ibis. I don't know or Shilai Ibis. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. How much do you have in your account? You're a funny person. All I know is I need money. So this is from ocean.co. How can you get travel agencies to sponsor your trips as a travel influencer? Guys, I really don't, this is a very difficult question to answer here. In every other place in this world, even other African countries, content creators in general, like YouTubers and travel YouTubers, and even when they're not travel YouTubers, work very closely with travel agencies. That's not what's happening in Nigeria. For some reason, Nigerian travel agencies don't really understand the importance of YouTube creators. And it's one of those things that I just find mind-boggling. And even tourism's like, for certain countries, that when you see them operating in other countries, they're working closely with YouTubers. They don't work with YouTubers here. And it's so strange for me because YouTubers are that one group of people who will document a trip. They know how to create long form content. And I honestly don't know, because I know a couple of people who have tried. I have not even tried with travel agencies. I know I've tried once with the tourism of one country and they were not. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not doing this. Okay, so this next one is from Dimma, my namesake, and she's asking, what's your biggest marital fear? Okay, so my biggest marital fear, and one I think has always kind of been constant, is ending up with someone who is controlling or who is just changes up on you, which is like, that's how the story tends to go for women who have left just very terrible situations or marriages that have kind of fallen apart. You know, it's just kind of ending up with someone who just changes, becomes a lot more controlling. I'm at this point now, like, if you're not okay with what I do, like, I've met a couple of men, I'm not going to lie, who, like, they like me as I am here now, shining. But then from when they start talking, it dawns on you that some of them actually even expect you to not be doing YouTube or to kind of quit doing YouTube when you end up with them. I don't ever want to kind of love someone who will just, who will end up being controlling and want to deprive me of things that make me happy. So what kind of affordable camera would you advise a new YouTuber to get editing app to? If you have a MacBook, start with iMovie. I started with iMovie. It comes free with your MacBook and it's very, very good. And then for cameras, I'd say that Sony has some really, really affordable cameras, good ones. But then before I even get to cameras, I'd say rather you get a good smartphone, invest in a good smartphone and leave the camera, because a lot of the smartphones these days come with very, very good cameras that can actually even film 4K. So I would say get them and then use them to do most of your content creation. And then when you can now afford to, then maybe start looking at getting a proper DSLR or a mirrorless camera. So this is from Somi Judith, and she's asking, Dimma, where do you get your finger rosary and how much? I bought this one from my parish. So I bought this one from Divine Mercy in Lekki. It's GL, so it sells for 3K and it doesn't wash, it doesn't come off. It's just like, I've had this for years now, so the color doesn't fade. So that's where, well, it doesn't have to be Divine Mercy. Any church where they sell sacramentals, if you're Catholic, you can buy a finger rosary from there. So this is from Detochi. Your Lagos apartment, please, is it rented or did you buy it? Hey! I did not buy my apartment, guys. I'm renting. Hopefully, I'm going to get to a point where I can actually buy a house. That's what my age mates are doing. God, please help me, okay? But my apartment is rented. So this person is asking, what does it take to go on a date with you? Did you shoot your shot? Did you? So this is from Jenny Toby, and she's asking, how do you maintain your peace? It's from removing it, just taking a very big break from everything that affects it, or pushing like these very toxic things that kind of affect it. Just push them away, push them to the side so that I can breathe. So this is from Choco_Princess, and she's asking, can one get through to you for consultations as to starting up a makeup brand? Send me an email. I do consultations as well, so just send me an email. So this is from Miss_Atela, and she's asking, how do you deal with the misogyny here in Nigeria? So many things are not right here, my dear. Now so we see them. But then again, it is to change it. Like if they are doing it to you in your face, to change it for them as quickly as you can. Okay? Change it for them. And be very, very quick to just call anybody out on their bullshit. I think that men tend to get away with a lot of things here sometimes because you're conditioned to take it, you're conditioned to be silent, and they are also kind of conditioned to kind of expect management and silence from you. So, yes, what'll happen? They'll call you problematic and say that you're difficult, but change it. And when I say change it, if you're not Nigerian and you don't understand the slang, it's just saying don't take nonsense from them. Call out the bullshit when you see it. So this one is asking, this is from Diasporans, and she's asking, do you have any insecurities? If so, how do you manage them and ginger yourself when you're down? Guys, I do have insecurities. You know, before I lost weight now, like I was very insecure about the way certain outfits looked on me. It's like I don't think that there are a lot of people who don't have any, you know. The only thing I just say is to find a healthy way to deal with your insecurities. It's not me like obsessing in an unhealthy way because I see that a lot of people have a specific type of body type. I know what my body type is, and I am not asking for a bigger bum because I know that I don't have that. My bum is not that big, for example. But I just want to be happy with the type of bum that I have. So if it is just being fit, that's what I'm doing now. Working out, that's what I'm doing. So and I'm not doing that for my bum to grow bigger. I'm doing that for my body. I want to get toned, man. I need muscles. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I think everybody has insecurities. Just find a healthy way to deal with it. And don't let it never be from a place of, hey, I hate this, I want to change it. Just think of it from a place of improvement. Or what do I do? Or how do I take this thing on? Or what do I do? Or how do I change my mind or change the way that I'm thinking about it to be happy? Because to be very honest, there's certain things about our bodies that we cannot change. Nobody you do yourself. You know, so don't be too hard on yourself. I'm going to take 2 more and that will be it. So the next one is from Adaholic. It's, why are my brows never cooperating with me, my dear? And so we see, and one of my brows too, like, your brows are sisters and not twins. The arch I have with one is here and the other one is here. Like, it's never ever the same in most cases. I've seen people like their brows are so different. So it's not you. But what I kind of do to even it out sometimes, all the time, is to pencil them in. So use a brow pencil. Okay, so what is your spec in a guy? This is from g.norma_. I love men that keep themselves informed. Oh my God. I'm not like, I am a sapio. So I want to be able to have certain conversations with you. Ugh. I've seen men go from, okay, I don't really know what I think about this guy, and then he opens his mouth and starts talking. Oh God. How was it like? This is from Steph Mabel. How was it like convincing your parents that you want to focus on becoming a YouTuber? I have a video dedicated to this. My Nigerian parents didn't want me to do YouTube. I'll have it linked in the description box. And then the last one. Would you ever go on BB Niger? I might when they give them washing machine. Because I don't understand this washing clothes with your hand business that they have going on there. Okay? Yeah. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to answer the ones that I didn't answer in an upcoming video. I just got a lot of questions, like about 300 or so. There is no way that I can answer all of them in one video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you in my next one.